Hello guys, Much Power here again, and today we're gonna be making a Necrolord guide because you guys have been asking me for Necrolord Destro guide. So here we go. So it's pretty much the same, right? I'm gonna go over talents and Legos and everything really quick, and then I will explain like rotation and yeah. So let's get to it. So of course, first talent tree from normal talents, flash over like always. You know, you want all the extra conflagrate damage and you want an additional backdraft basically. So this is very important when you throw like your chaos bolts and stuff. This is insane because right now if for example, let's say I'm hitting this dummy right here, right, and you backdraft, I mean you hit conflagrate, it give you like 2 charges of backdraft. So what does backdraft do? Incinerate and castable casting reduced by 30%. You throw it a second time conflag, you know, you have the 4 stacks there, and this is insane because it's 30% reduced, right? So you're gonna be able to like cast really quick house bolts and stuff, and you only have basically 9 seconds to do that, but you know they can be dispelled and everything, so it's really good to have like an extra, like, you know, buff in case they were getting purged. So it's really good. Or maybe you like conflag and then you get like stun lock and the buff is like, you know, it fades because you were in a stun and then you get kicked and then you're not able to do anything with it, right? So it's really good to always have like an extra charge. So it's really good. I always pick like flash over no matter what. Okay, here in reverse entropy, this is very like personal preference. I will say in things like depending what comp are you playing, um, you can either pick reverse entropy into like a lot of casters because it's still gonna be good. It's at 15% haste, right? So it's really insane talent. So you can either pick this one, or you can still go with Shatterburn as a finisher. It's an you know, you can play it and make it look as an execute, right? So you can either pick this, or you can still pick reverse entropy. This is like more personal preference, I think, because I've been facing, you know, a lot of logs and a lot of them like play Shatterburn, and like when they do the Havoc coil, for example. Let's go back into it really quick. Just put it right here. So basically, when they like face me, whatever, like, you know, they do the coil, and then they start like throwing Shadowburn, and Shadowburn is hitting 2 targets at the same time, right? And it still does a lot of damage, like 7k and stuff like that. Yeah, it's really good. Like they threw like Chaos Ball, and then they pop like Shadowburn. You know, if depending on the Inferno go, because they're generating soul shards. On top of that Shadowburns, if you notice here, it gives you stacks of impending ruin. So let's say I throw 2 more here. See, it give me stacks of impending ruin. What is impending ruin? Well, you guys know it's like the 2 piece from your leg, from your like tier pieces items. Basically, it makes your chaos ball instantaneous. So yeah, that's pretty much like, you know, that's bit that's this is really like an option. It's up to you. Like, you can play this into like things that they say you're playing like Shadow Priest Destro or something, and you guys facing like a Shadow Priest and Shaman and stuff like that, and your Shadow Priest, you know, he doesn't have enough globals to kill Siphons, totems, and you know, and sometimes of course you might be able to kill them with conflagrate, right? But sometimes you're using your conflagrate to do damage, to do your go, to cast castball, because it gives you the buff to reduce the cast time of your incinerate and your castball, right? So sometimes you won't have conflagrate, and then, you know, you will actually have to like cast an incinerate to a siphon. You will have to cast like immolate to a siphon, and in order to kill, but this requires cast time, right? So if you're playing Shadowburn, it's a really good option because just like basically 1 or 2 Shadowburn will probably kill it right away. So yeah, that's a good option to kill like totems too, like your groundings. If the pet is too low and you don't have like, I don't know, they have a lot of interrupts and stuff like that, and you want to kill it like right away, and it's better like 20% HP, and then you have Shadowburn, you can like finish him with Shadowburn. Um, yeah. Okay, let's go here in the level 30 talent tree. So I pick Dark Pack. Dark Pack got buff, right? So basically, the more HP you have, the more your Dark Pack shield is gonna be. So right now I'm like a 98k HP, right? So if I put my Dark Pack, it's like 80k, you know, shield. So it's really OP. If you're playing with a priest, it's gonna give you another, more HP percentage. So basically your dark pack is gonna be even bigger, right? So it's really good. So I always play dark pack because it's a bursty meta, right? So you don't wanna like demon skin is useless and burning rush is kind of like meh. It's a PvE talent for mobility, right? So I always play dark pack in PvP. Like even if you get like interrupted, you can still pop your dark pack and make sure you always guys play pop dark pack at high HP. Don't pop dark pack when you're like low HP. Why? Because the shield, if you read the tooltip of the dark pack, you have to make sure the higher HP you are, the bigger the shield is gonna be. The lower you are, the less shield is gonna be. So it's pretty simple. Level 35 talent 3 rogue. You always wanna pick Cataclysm. I always pick Cataclysm. Always. Let me remove the shot blocker for you guys. Sorry for that. Cataclysm. You always pick Cata. Doesn't matter what. I don't play Inferno. I don't play Fire and Brimstone. You can play Inferno, but since it got nerfed in PvE, right? But I don't know. I already tried it, and it was okay, but not a big fan of it. I played against like a DH Boomy at high rating, but I was not a big fan of it. I rather play Cataclysm. Level 40 talent row, like always. Mortal Coil. You guys know that already. Mortal Coil, doesn't matter what. Here it comes like another, a different scenario in the level 45 talent row. Okay, if you're Necro, if you read your Lego, basically Decimator will increase the critical strike, blah 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 blah, and increase the damage of your Incinerate, right? So basically, why should I play like Radiant Blaze? So Conflagrate, increase your Immolate, Incinerate, and Conflag damage by to the target by 25% for 8 seconds. So if you're doing a Decimating Ball, what it does is like increase. You do way more damage with Incinerate, right? So if you combine Deci with Radiant Blaze, your Incinerate is gonna do big a lot of damage. So it's really insane. Keep in mind, in Decis, when you throw the Deci, make sure you can throw it at 100% HP, right? Doesn't matter. But if the target is low HP, you can hit a totem with the Decimating Ball. You can hit a pet with Decimating Ball. You can hit the enemy with the Deci, with the Deci one hit, because it does more damage based on the target. HP is decreases basically. So let's say like this totem right now. So this dummy, sorry. Let's say this guy's like, let's see if we can like kill it or something, or lower it at least. I will show you guys an example. It keeps healing, but let's just send that right here. It's 129% basically. You can make it bigger than that. So, and then when you have like Immolate in the target, of course, you can flag on it, so you can have the buff on it, the 25%, and then use a cast Incinerate, 24k, 24k, 25k. You see? So you can do big Incinerate. That's not even darks or anything, right? And you don't even need to pop darks with it, because it's already with it. It comes with crit, with the Lego. It makes it critical. So you can pick this on top of that. Like always, like I'm not even playing the conduit. I'm sorry that I'm jumping like pretty much like this, but I'm not playing even Fatal Decimation. You can play this conduit, and the missiles, they're gonna do a lot of damage when you throw that Deci. It's insane. The thing about Necro is like I see it like a more like a high rating thing to play more defensive, because you always want to play defensive. You want to be tanky. So that's pretty much with Radiant Blaze. If I'm playing Necrolord, I'm playing Radiant Blaze no matter what. Just because, I want my Decis to do something. I want my Incinerators to do big damage with this. So you can still play Reign of Chaos, right? You can still play Reign of Chaos, but you won't see like big, 25% is a big number, right? So you won't see like, you can still cast Decis and you can still cast Incinerators, but you won't see like big Incinerate numbers at all when you like throw the Deci, right? So what is the point of like going Necro when you can actually do big Decis and with Incinerates? You rather than go Knife Fairy and like pump and don't worry about this and play Reign of Chaos, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you play Necro, I will say go Rodent Blaze and just like mash your, your desis and pop the target like really quick. It's super easy. You guys can do big damn. And here, like as always, Dark Soul. This is insane. You don't pick no Soul Conduit, no Channel Demon Fire. PvP talents basically is the same thing. I always play Demon Armor, except into Caster. Sometimes I play into Caster just to buff my Dark Pack, but yeah, I don't need it. You can play Cremation. It's kind of useless, but you can still play it into double melees. Let's say you're facing like the Age Warrior, right? And they don't have like a Arch or anything that kicks you. Keep in mind, a lot of people don't know this. If you play Netherward into the Age and you try to like reflect his kick, it doesn't work anymore. The DH interrupt right now is like a physical and magic at the same time. It goes through grounding, it goes through reflect. Just letting you guys know. So if you think like picking reflect against a DH and you say, okay, I'm gonna reflect and cast Caswell and you get kicked, you say what? No, don't worry about it. You're just gonna get kicked through Netherward. So don't even pick this talent against DH. If they have like an Archam or something, yeah, you can pick, because you can still reflect Hex, you can still reflect a Shear, but against the Age, it's useless, basically. You can like, yeah, I don't know, I'm thinking there's something that you can play against the Age. Maybe if they play the Air Talent, right, when they start like throwing like fell balls, but they don't even play that, so this talent basically is useless against the Age. So you can pick like Shadow Rift, you can play Amplify Curse, and you can like throw like, when you put the talent and then you put Curse of Weakness on him, he won't be able to do critical strikes on you if you can read the tooltip. So you can do a lot of, you can play this, you can play another Casting Circle, sorry. Bone of Fell, it's up to you. This is personal preference, but I'm telling you, my opinion. I usually play like, if it's not Reflect, I usually play Amplify, Shadow Rift, or Bone of Fell. So it's just depending. I'm picky. I'm like, I feel like I'm playing this. Okay, maybe I play this. It just depends, right? Okay, for Legos, I'm pretty much fully geared. It's the same stats. I'm going like, have 33% haste, 28% mastery, and basically, let's say 30% burst. It's 29, but let's say it's gonna be 30%. The Lego for Destro Necro is still gonna be the same. You're gonna make Magnus in the gloves, for the Chaos Ball damage. And Unity, you can either do it like I said before in boots or rain. It doesn't change anything, so you can still do any of those. My stats doesn't change. Foresight, of course, is very big in Beast. So another thing, let me see like a super quick rotation go. So I have 7 stacks of ruins right now, right? So let's say you always want to make sure you always with conduits, right? So this conduit, Ashaman Remains, is OP. You always want to have it. This is Beast. Incinerate does more damage, Chaos Ball does more damage. So basically, your Incinerate is gonna do more damage because if it's afflicted by Immolate. So always make sure you have your targets with Immolate. Doesn't matter what, always. On top of that, keep in mind Incinerate is your social regenerator, right? So yeah. Wrestle Batter is very OP. It's reduce the cooldown of your defensive wall. Always use it. Infernal Brand, I didn't change my conduits, but if you're playing like Reign of Chaos, because this is what I was playing, right? You can pick this, right? If you're playing like, I usually Knife Fate, you're playing with Reign of Chaos, which is like the middle talent right here. You can play this Infernal Brand talent. If not, I don't see kind of like the point. I will say go Pharaoh Decimation or go Duplicious Havoc. When you do Havoc, when you like put the Havoc on the target and you coil and you do damage, he's gonna receive 20% more damage, so it's good, right? Condensed Animasphere to be more tanky, Combustion Engine, and I play Full Celerity because since I'm playing as Necrolord, Road, and Blaze, in high rating they like to kill my pet a lot, so that's what I go that conduit. So I can, if they kill my pet, I have my pet, faster, because I don't want to play without a pet, right? But yeah. So right now I have 7 stacks. Let's see, like, I don't know, let's do a go. I always make sure, I'm gonna kata this like dummies right here, and this one right here. Immolate, see, always immolate. You can like, cast Chaos Bolt, Havoc on this one, Dark Soul. There's gonna be an insta bolt here. You're still doing like damage. Always see, you still have immolate on them. I'm gonna recast another immolate. I'm still doing damage. It's okay. Okay, let's see. The target's like around like 82% HP, right? So I'm gonna like cast a bolt into Blasphemy here, and I'm gonna cast Incinerates. 1, 2, 3. It's still like 21, 22, 24k. If you're running like out of soul charge, and then you can like still like Shadowburn as a finisher. It just depends, right? Because I'm playing Shadowburn, you can play Reverse Entropy. Both of them depends. The spec is really good. You do a lot of damage still. You can do like 30k bolts. You can do even more than that, right? You just have to time it well. Wait for procs. Like I'm playing Insignia. You can play Batch instead of Insignia because Batch give you critical strike and it give you like more. Every minute you can combine it with basically Havoc. Havoc is 30 seconds, but you don't want to throw your Havoc by yourself, right? You want to throw like Havoc every 45 seconds. So you can wait a little bit because there's always gonna be like a little bit of time gap because you're gonna VCC. People gonna be running. So you pretty much can time it pretty well. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the Destro guy, Necro. So you guys can hit me up in Twitch if you guys have more questions. You guys can hit me up. Like I'm just trying to help you guys as much as I can, basically. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I'm gonna put the Twitch description below, and yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Love you guys. Peace.